Have you ever wondered what the world would look like in 100 years? The answer lies much closer than we think, and it is intrinsically tied to the decisions we make today about our environment. The reality of climate change is not a distant, abstract concept. It's here, and it's happening now. Consider this. The last 5 years have been the warmest on record, with temperatures rising at an unprecedented rate. A sobering statistic from the World Meteorological Organization reveals that the global temperature has increased by 1.1 degrees Celsius since the pre-industrial period. The impacts of climate change are far-reaching and devastating. Rising temperatures lead to melting ice caps, which in turn cause sea levels to rise. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the global sea level has risen by approximately 20 centimeters since the start of the 20th century, and the rate of rise has nearly doubled in the last 2 decades. But the effects of climate change aren't just visible in the polar ice caps. They're happening in our own backyards. Heat waves and wildfires are becoming more frequent and intense, while hurricanes and typhoons are growing stronger with each passing season. The biodiversity of our planet is also under threat. The United Nations reports that 1 million species face extinction due to climate change and human activity. This loss of biodiversity affects not just the natural world, but human societies too, impacting food security and global health. In the face of these alarming facts, it's crucial to remember that this is not an insurmountable challenge. The solutions are within our reach. By reducing greenhouse gas emissions, moving towards renewable energy sources, and protecting our forests, we can mitigate the effects of climate change. The Paris Agreement, signed by nearly 200 countries, aims to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius. This is a significant step, but it requires immediate and sustained action from all of us. Climate change is not just an environmental issue, it's a social issue, a political issue, an economic issue. It affects every facet of our lives, from the air we breathe to the food we eat. We cannot afford to ignore it any longer. So as we ponder the question, what will the world look like in 100 years? Remember that the future is not set in stone. It's shaped by the actions we take today. By understanding the severity of climate change and its impacts, we can begin to make the necessary changes to protect our planet and ensure a sustainable future for all. To quote the renowned naturalist Sir David Attenborough, "The future of humanity, and indeed all life on Earth, now depends on us." So, let's rise to the challenge and make the choices today that will shape the world of tomorrow.